Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so my apparent. Okay, so just trying to get the words out is a mess. I've been crying most of the night, and a lot of memories and just knowing and understanding how my brother got to where he is today, and just a lot of different things. And I don't really want to go into detail because a lot of it is just so personal that I honestly feel like just sharing it is it's just too much, and I'll just end up bawling my eyes out all over again. But I am asking you guys for your prayers because my cousin, she had found him, and she gave him something to clean up, and she bought some things for him. And right now, I guess the Salvation Army, I don't know for sure what's going on, but I was told that they were looking for him, trying to get him some help and into a rehab facility and stuff. And when my cousin Elaine seen him, she had said that, he seemed to be off the drugs. So I just assumed he was off the drugs, but he's obviously not, because my brother said that he went looking for him last night, and he asked a few people, and they were like, oh yeah, we know him, we smoked together. And when he asked the dude, well, what do you smoke, I've personally never heard of it, and I don't even know if I'm gonna say it correctly. And there's two things, and I don't even remember what the full names were, because they were just kind of weird. But one of them kind of rhymed with Ethiopia, and I think it was I don't know, it was something along those lines. And there was one other one, and I'm like, I have never heard of those drugs. I'm like, what the crap is that? I have no idea. And they said it's two of the hardest drugs that are on the streets today. And I was like, I thought meth was one of the hardest drugs on the street today. And I was basically told, no, it's not like it was when we were kids. There's harder drugs on the streets today. And I'm like, holy moly. And I've never tried meth or anything like that, but from the people that you see that smoke meth and that have done meth and stuff, they're pretty messed up. And you guys, it's literally just breaking my heart that there was a lot of events from childhood that led to this. And you guys, it doesn't just happen, but it comes back to a thing where, we make choices in life, and we come to these different roads all the time to get out of the bad road we're on and get to a good road. Because oh my goodness, I need to back up. There's a lot of things that went on in my childhood, and honestly, there was a time when me and my sister and my other brother were basically taking the exact same road that my one brother just went down and couldn't get off of. And so only thing, I'll be straight up with you, like, the only thing I ever got really into was drinking and smoking weed. Like, those were my things. I never did anything harder, and I was able to get off the weed very quickly because it made me deathly ill every time I smoked it. So I wasn't on it. I didn't do it for very long. But drinking was one thing that I struggled with a lot, because it was the one thing I found that didn't make me deathly ill, and it really helped me numb the pain of what happened in my childhood. And I eventually got off the drinking, and it literally took the death of my grandma to give up drinking. And so I don't really, ever since then, and that was back in 2014 when she died. I believe it was either January or February. I know it was one of those months. And but she died of alcoholism. Like, she died of having, her kidneys were failing because she was an alcoholic, but we never really knew it. I mean, we always think that she had funny orange juice that we just couldn't have. Like, what was so special about this orange juice? And then I'd realize, she was putting vodka in her orange juice, like, every day, multiple times a day. And so every time we went out to eat, she always had a margarita or something. And so it was just that type of situation. And I guess I was just oblivious to it. But when I finally actually heard what she died from, all the pieces kind of fit together, and I totally had a freak out moment. And I never drank. I learned my limits and never drank really heavily ever again. And my sister, she did a little bit more like a little bit more heavy drugs than I did, but she was able to get off that path. And honestly, I don't even know what all my other brother got into, but he is down a path. I don't think he smokes weed, or he might drink from time to time, but he's so traumatized by the past that he's literally one step away from being homeless himself. And it's like he's barely hanging on by a thread. And me and my sister, we've actually, out of all the kids, me and my sister, we have seemed to have made something of ourselves and did something with it and got away from all the, everything that literally, that we used as a crutch to numb us. And it's not an easy road to go down. It's not easy decisions to make. And it's not to forgive. So to forgive somebody is so much easier said than done, because I didn't talk to my real mom and my stepdad for a very long time because of how much trauma came from childhood. And even today, I'm still cautious. I do talk to them now because I forgave them, and I am working on building a relationship with them. But I'm still cautious because I don't want to get hurt again. And I don't want to be the person that blows up. I don't want to be the person that shuts down. But I am cautious. And to forgive somebody for hurting you is especially if it's your parent and you've gotten away from it, but forgiveness frees you, yes, but it doesn't make the hurt go away. It doesn't make the pain go away. It just makes you want to, the forgiving part makes you want to move on, but you're always going to be cautious. And that's one thing I've learned about me, is that I'm cautious. I'm a very cautious person, and the way I react to things sometimes is out of like a defense mechanism. And God is working with me to make me better on these things. And finally, he did get to the point where he got me to a point where I could honestly say, I forgive them. And I thought I had buried a lot of my childhood and my past, but with the whole thing with my brother Junior, I've learned that I needed to feel these things, and it made me realize, and maybe God wanted me to make a video to just share the stuff, because somebody else may be going through the exact same stuff that I am going through, and I can be a witness to them. And so whatever the Lord's plan, whether it be one thing or multiple things, God always makes beauty from the ashes, and that's such an amazing thing. But the one thing that really kept my childhood amazing, and to where I felt loved and worthy and deserving, and felt like I truly belonged somewhere, was the two people that are no longer here, and that's my grandma and my grandpa. Even though my grandma was a drinker, she always went out of her way to make sure that I always felt loved and cherished and wanted. And it was kind of like, sometimes we felt loved by our parents, and other times it was like, are we really loved? Or what's it's one of those things where you're just unsure about stuff sometimes. And I get it. My mom didn't have the greatest childhood growing up either, and so she probably she was probably struggling with a lot of her demons. And it took me a long time to get to a place where I am now. And you guys, that's why I'm just asking you to just keep praying for my brother Junior, because he needs the Lord right now. He needs to feel loved. He needs to feel worthy. He needs to feel deserving. He needs to feel like he is wanted, and he needs to feel like somebody actually cares, and that he needs to know that he doesn't need the drugs to numb the pain of what he suffered. And he doesn't need to be scolded. He needs to feel, he just needs to know that he is loved. And pray to God, pray to Jesus that the Lord will send people, the right people in his path. Because you guys, I needed that, and the Lord never gave up on me. And until my brother's last dying breath, there is always a chance for him to turn around and come to the Lord and be what God has called him to be. And I, for one, I'm glad that the Lord never gave up on me. I don't know if I had people praying for me. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but I do thank the Lord Jesus that whatever was going on behind the scenes, it saved me. And you guys, I've just been crying, and heck, I wanna go, with all of my being right now, I just want to jump in my car, go pick up my sister, and drive out to California and go to every neighborhood possible and hunt down my brother. I want to force him in the car. I want to be like, hey, get help, get clean, please. I want to beg him to come to the Lord. I want to beg him to get his life on track. But I can't. And I just can't. All I can do is pray. All I can do is pray and give it to the Lord. Give it to Jesus. And guys, that is easier said than done as well, because my flesh loves my brother so much. And I know my sister would be if her schedule was clear or whatever, she'd be totally on board with jumping in a car with me and heading out there and hunting him down and getting him the help he needs. But for us, it's just not possible to do that right now. So we're having to rely on the Lord, and we're having to rely on other people to hunt Junior down and do what we want to do. And it's a little nerve-wracking knowing that there's other people that are, doing what I want to do myself. And so it's just a very struggling time right now, and my family could use prayers, and Junior, most importantly, Junior, and I've asked the Lord to forgive him for his sins, and to just grab a hold of him and shake him to his core and do whatever he needs to do to bring him back to the Lord, to get his life on track. Oh my goodness, guys, you can't see it but through my sunglasses, but I'm literally I'm trying not to bawl my eyes out just talking to y'all. But it is what it is, and right now all I can do is pray, and if I can find a way to help in any way that I physically can, then I'll do it. But my heart just feels so broken. would ever sink that far and get that low and hit rock bottom and just stay there. I hope that my brother can literally come out of being rock bottom and get back on top where he needs to be. Guys, please just continue to pray. And I just want to say thank you guys for your continued prayers and support for my brother Junior. Thank you so much. You really have no idea how much it means to me and my family to have continued support and prayers. Alright guys, I've got to get off here. But hope you guys have a great day, and once again, just thank you for your prayers. Alright, bye y'all.